Hello programmers, I am Rushikesh. Welcome to this video. In this video we are going to discuss range sum query for static arrays. And in this video we are going to cover the topics on what is mean by range sum query and the naive implementation for range sum query and prefix arrays, construction of prefix arrays, and then we will see how we can implement range sum query using prefix arrays. So what is mean by range sum query? Range sum query is a query for summation of values of an array in specified range. For example, consider an integer array as follows. Its indices are listed below their values. And then suppose we want to compute the sum of all values in a range 3 to 7 inclusive range. So the range is highlighted and the sum of values in the range are 93 plus 81 minus 2 plus 65 plus 23, which is equal to 260. Let us see another example for range query. Here is the array, its indices, and then we want to compute the range sum of all values in the range 5 to 8. The range is highlighted and the sum of the values in range are minus 2 plus 65 plus 23 plus 1, which is equal to 87. Now we will see the naive implementation for range sum query. Now this naive implementation does not use any special data structure or algorithm, and here is the C++ code for this naive implementation. It simply loops over the values from begin to end index and then calculates the sum and displays it. So in this particular case the begin and end indices are 5 to 8. So the output is 87. So it produces the correct output. Now this naive implementation can be modified to make use of accumulate standard library function as well as follows. So instead of iterating, we are now calling the accumulate standard library C++ function, which is available in numeric header. This also produces the correct output as 87. Now both these naive approaches, they are iterating, and their time complexity is proportional to the size of the range. That's why they are called naive implementations. Now what are the issues with this naive implementation? The time needed to process a query is directly proportional to the size of the range. Now here what I did is I wrote a small program to determine the average time for a range sum query for different lengths of the array. And then as you can see, the time required is proportional to the average length of the query. So this is the main issue with naive implementation. So the time required will increase as the size of the range increases. So beyond a certain point, we will not be able to process huge number of queries. If the size of the array as well as size of the range is becomes big, then we won't be able to process huge number of queries. Now this is where prefix arrays comes to our rescue. We can do better. It is possible to process range sum queries in less time than the naive approach. This is where prefix arrays are useful. Using prefix sum arrays, it is possible to process range sum query in constant time, independent of the size or length of the range. Now we will see what is meant by prefix sum array and how prefix sum array can be constructed. let us consider, instead of considering a concrete example, we will consider an abstract array with elements of size n with elements as a1, a2, a3, a4, a5 up to an. Now for this array, let us consider this is a prefix sum array. Now the size of the prefix sum array is also equal to the size of the original array, and let us consider the elements of the prefix sum array as p1, p2, p3, p4, p5 up to pn. Now we will see how the elements of the prefix sum array are determined. So the first element p1 is simply equal to the first element of the array a1. So p1 is simply equal to a1. And the second element of the prefix sum array p2 is equal to summation of a1 plus a2, the range as highlighted in the original array, and this summation can be written as p1 plus a2, since p1 equal to a1. Now the third element of the prefix array can be determined as p3 equal to a1 plus a2 plus a3, the sum of all the values in the range highlighted in the original array, and this sum p3 can be written recursively as p2 plus a3. So in general, any array element of a prefix sum array can be expressed as summation of its previous value in the prefix sum array plus the value in the original array. So pk equal to pk minus 1 plus ak. Now this recursive definition of the prefix sum array is very useful for constructing the elements of the prefix sum array. Now after constructing the prefix sum array, we will see how we can use this to compute the range sum query, that is sum of the values in a range for some range L to R inclusive. So the range is highlighted here. So let's consider an array a1, a2, a3 up to an, and let's say in that al is an element corresponding to position L and ar is an element corresponding to position R, and R is greater than or equal to L. So the entire range is highlighted here. So this sum we want to determine. Now the range which is highlighted in the first figure is what we want to determine, and that range can be expressed as subtraction of two ranges. So the second row, in the second row the highlighted region shows the range from 0 to AR. Now the third row shows the range from the first element to the L minus 1 element. So the subtraction of the third from the second gives us the result. Now the first range from A1 to AR corresponds to the PR element in the prefix array, and the second range from A1 to AL minus 1 corresponds to the PL minus 1 element in the prefix array. So now the sum of range of values from AL to AR can be determined using prefix array like this: PR minus PL minus 1. So this is how we can determine the range sum query using prefix array in constant time. There is no need to iterate. We simply have to do one subtraction. Now we will see with a concrete example how prefix sum array is constructed. Now let us consider this array, and we will step by step construct the prefix sum array. The first element is always equal to the element of the original array, so 5 equal to 5. Now the second element is equal to 5 plus the second element in the array, 8. So it is equal to 13. Now the third element is equal to 13 plus 2, which is equal to 15. Then 15 plus 3, which is equal to 18. 18 plus 1, 19. 19 plus 6 equal to 25. 25 plus 9 equal to 34. So in this way, the prefix array can be constructed in a linear time. So the construction time is proportional to the length of the array. Now, after constructing the prefix array, let us see how we can perform the range sum query using the prefix array. So we have already constructed the prefix array here, and the indices, position of the indices are shown. And now we want to determine the range sum query for the range 2 to 5 inclusive, from position 2 to position 5. So the range is highlighted here, and then we know that the range from 2 to 5 can be expressed as subtraction of the range 0 to 1, subtraction of the range 0 to 5 minus 0 to 1. So the corresponding elements are in the prefix array are at position 5 and at position 1. So which are 25 and 13. So the range sum of 2 to 5 is equal to P5 minus P1, which is equal to 25 minus 23, which is equal to 12. So in this way, using the prefix sum arrays, we can determine the range, sum of the range in constant time. It doesn't matter what is the size of the range. Now let us consider another example for determining the range sum query using prefix array. Suppose we want to determine the range sum of the range from 1 to 6 inclusive. So the range is highlighted, and then this is nothing but the range from 0 to 6 minus range from 0 to 0. This gives the answer. And in the prefix array, we already have computed the values. So the range from 0 to 6 is already computed in position 6 in the prefix array, which is 34, and the sum for range from 0 to 0 is already computed in position 0, which is 5. So finally the sum of the range from 1 to 6 is equal to nothing but P6 minus P0, which is equal to 34 minus 5, which is 29. So this is how we can use prefix arrays. So using prefix arrays, it is possible to process the range sum query in constant time independent of the size or length of the array. And the requirements for prefix arrays are: prefix array requires an extra storage of ON, order of n storage. It requires extra storage. And the construction, there is a pre-processing time required to construct the prefix sum array, which is also ON, of the order of n. And there are some limitations with prefix sum array. Prefix sum arrays are useful for static arrays only, that is the arrays whose values don't change. If the values of array changes frequently between the queries, then prefix arrays don't provide much performance benefit. In such cases, other data structures such as binary index tree or segment tree are useful. Thanks for watching this video.